Pi Network update. Pi coin selling for $0.875. Is this the real price? Shocking reactions and latest news. Pioneers, the latest Pi Network update has taken the community by storm. Right now, Pi Network's selling price on exchanges has dropped to $0.875, leaving many wondering, is this the real value of Pi? Is it just market fluctuations, or is something bigger happening behind the scenes? The Pi Network price has been one of the most controversial topics since the open mainnet launch, with some selling off their Pi in panic while others are holding strong, waiting for the true value to emerge. Today, we're breaking down the latest reactions, the most shocking decisions made by pioneers, and what this means for the future of Pi. Could this be the perfect time to buy, or is Pi Network heading for more turbulence? Stay tuned as we dive deep into the facts, the community sentiment, and the potential price movements ahead. But here's the real question. Are they right, or are they just impatient? That's what we're diving into today. We'll take a look at what these anti-Pi voices are saying, analyze their arguments, and, just for fun, imagine how they might react when Pi proves them wrong. Because let's be honest, we've seen these same people doubting from day one. Pi will never reach mainnet, they said. Boom, mainnet launched. Pi will never be listed on exchanges, they claimed. Boom, it's being traded, and yet they still have something to say. So before we get into it, I have a quick question for you. Do you think these skeptics will ever admit they were wrong, or will they always find an excuse? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and while you're there, don't forget to type Pi Network to the moon and let us know where you're watching from. Also, check out my previous videos for all the latest updates, link in the description. And of course, if you enjoy this kind of content and want to support us in bringing you more Pi Network updates, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow and keeps us motivated to bring you the latest news. Remember, this video is for entertainment purposes only and is not financial advice. Now let's get into it. Pi Network has always been a battlefield. From the start, there were people who swore up and down that it would never go anywhere, but guess what? We made it to mainnet. Yet even now, some people refuse to accept reality. They see Pi's price fluctuating, they see some technical challenges, and instead of looking at the bigger picture, they instantly scream, "Scam!" One pioneer recently shared their frustration, saying they sold all their Pi at $0.875 because they were tired of waiting. They were upset that the Pi Core team hadn't made any announcements for a few days and felt abandoned. They even called it next-level bad marketing. Let's take a moment to process that. This person mined Pi for years, watched it reach the open mainnet, sold it at the lowest possible price, and is now blaming the team for their own decision. That's like planting a tree, watering it every day, then cutting it down right before it bears fruit because you got impatient. And now, instead of accepting their mistake, they're running around calling Pi a scam. Then, we have the futures traders, the ones who treat Pi like a gambling game. One of them boldly claimed, "This project is worthless. A $5 billion market cap is too much. Pi is heading straight to zero." And yet this same person is trying to profit by shorting Pi. Think about that. If you truly believed something was worthless, would you even bother trading it? Now, let's talk about the ones who cashed out early and think they won. Another pioneer proudly announced that they sold 9,005 Pi for just $1,680 on the first day of trading. That means they spent nearly 5 years mining, only to sell their entire stack for the price of a used laptop. And now, they're bragging about it. But here's what's really funny. If they were smart, they could have used just a tiny fraction of that money to buy back the same amount of Pi when the price dipped. They could have multiplied their holdings, but nope. They cashed out and ran, only to come back later and complain about how Pi works. Then there's the group that's convinced everything is a conspiracy. One user ranted about how most Pi coins are locked, while millions are supposedly being traded every day. They even claimed that Pi domains were a trick to get people to buy Pi. And their conclusion? Report the Pi app to Google Play and the App Store because it's all a scam. Pause for a second, does that sound like logic to you? Pi has always been clear about its phased rollout, about the KYC process, and about how locked balances work. It's not a secret, it's not a scam, it's a long-term project that rewards patience. But some people can't handle that. They wanted instant riches, and when that didn't happen, they decided to blame everyone except themselves. And of course, we can't forget the classic "Pi Network is a scam, the core team got rich and pioneers got nothing" comments. We've seen them everywhere. But let's be real. If the core team was in it just for money, wouldn't they have dumped Pi on the market and disappeared by now? Instead, they're still here, building the ecosystem. Meanwhile, the same critics who were wrong about Pi never reaching mainnet are now shifting the goalpost, saying, well, okay, but it'll never be valuable. Sound familiar? Because we've heard this over and over again, but here's the thing, Pi Network was never for the impatient. It was never for people looking to get rich overnight. It was designed for the long haul. The core team hasn't abandoned pioneers, the blockchain is working, and the ecosystem is growing. It's not perfect, and yes, challenges exist, but isn't that normal for any revolutionary project? Some people will leave, some will turn against Pi, and that's fine. Every groundbreaking idea encounters resistance, doubt, and even betrayal. History has shown that not everyone has the patience, vision, or resilience to see something through to its completion. Some will grow frustrated by delays, setbacks, or the complexities of building something truly transformative. But true innovation requires perseverance, and those who understand its long-term potential will stay the course, pushing forward despite the obstacles. Others will be swayed by negative opinions, misinformation, or their own short-term expectations, failing to see the bigger picture. But that's the nature of innovation. History has shown that every major technological or financial breakthrough faces skepticism before it proves its worth. Those who truly understand its value will stand firm, while those who lack faith will inevitably fall away. Pi is no different. As it continues to develop, only the true believers, those who grasp the vision and long-term potential, will remain steadfast. In the end, it's not about momentary doubts but about commitment to the journey, because when Pi reaches its full potential, those who held on will be the ones who benefit the most. They are the ones who see beyond the present obstacles and recognize the long-term vision of a decentralized, people-powered financial system. They are the pioneers willing to endure uncertainty in pursuit of something greater, driven by vision rather than immediate rewards. Every groundbreaking innovation has relied on those who stayed the course despite doubts, and Pi is no exception. The road may be challenging, filled with skepticism and obstacles, but true believers recognize that the greatest rewards come to those who persist. And when that happens, when Pi finally achieves what it was meant to, we'll be here, standing strong, ready to witness and partake in the future we always knew was possible. We'll remember the skeptics, the critics, and the doubters, not out of spite, but as a testament to perseverance. We'll remind them of everything they once said, and we'll show them what belief, patience, and dedication can accomplish. Because true revolutions are built by those who refuse to give up. So what do you think? Will these doubters ever admit they were wrong, or will they just come up with new excuses? Drop your answer in the comments, and if you have any thoughts or questions, feel free to share them below. I read all your comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support the channel. It really helps us keep bringing you the latest Pi Network updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.